I said I wasn't going to be making any more tea videos on this channel, and that is true. This is not a tea video. This involves abuse allegations that Kaylee Jade has made against Anna Campbell. If there is any confusion, this is the YouTuber I'm talking about, Anna Campbell. She is a manipulator. She's abusive. She's a very dangerous person. This post right here is what made me feel like I needed to make this video, because she's making a mockery of mental health, spreading dangerous misinformation about mental health, abuse, and drug addiction. She's not somebody who I think deserves to have a platform, and I've still been seeing so many people support her, and clearly the word about this needs to get out. This is what we're going to be covering in the video today. Kaylee is not really a YouTuber, but she does want to spread awareness about her story, and she sent me proof about everything Anna did to her. So yes, I have picture and video proof. That could be very triggering to some of you. I have put timestamps in the description so that if you want to skip right to that, you can. If you haven't been following this whole situation on socials, it may be confusing to you, but the gist of what happened is that Anna and Kaylee broke up, and Kaylee came out saying that Anna physically abused her. Anna has stayed completely quiet about this, hasn't really acknowledged it at all, has been posting videos on TikTok like nothing is wrong. I guess, when things were going down with her and Taylor, and she said her BPD wouldn't let her not react. I guess that was bullshit, because she can clearly sit back and not react if she feels like she doesn't want to. But without further ado, let's get into the actual video. Anna has had quite a turbulent past few years due to the allegations her ex-girlfriends have lobbied against her. Natalia Taylor basically accused Anna of getting her addicted to drugs and putting her into psychosis. Taylor and Kaylee on this live on my channel basically accused Anna of the same thing with drugs and young girls. She has been accused of grooming minors on the internet, and she also dated her fourth 20-year-old girl, Andy, who she was accused of fueling her drug addiction as well.
Yeah, we know? Yeah. What, baby? Before the blood.
And then we have the infamous The End of Anna Campbell video, which is now titled Anna Campbell is Dangerous, which I think is a very accurate title. We are going to go over some of the contents of this video soon, but in this video, one of the things that Anna did accuse Taylor of was rape. I have defended Anna on this in the past, but I won't be doing that in this video or anywhere, because I wouldn't defend Anna against anything. Trigger warning, you're about to see pictures of bruises, but I put this in because I want to show you guys what's coming later in the video and how severe it actually is. Now, for context, on Twitter, Kaylee has been saying that she feels like Anna got her addicted to Xanax, and this picture shows that Anna taught her how to crush it up and snort it, and how to crush it up and smoke it in blunts. We're going to kind of start from the beginning. Anna and Kaylee met in person in 2019, I believe, after Anna had broken up with Taylor Pendergraph. Even though Kaylee was only 18 or 19, Anna was going to raves with Kaylee and doing hard drugs with her, such as ecstasy and Molly. A short time before Anna and Kaylee met, Kaylee had just cut off her mother because Kaylee's mother does not accept her being gay. So at the time Kaylee and Anna met, Kaylee was in a very vulnerable place, young, 18 or 19 years old with no family. Anna then left Kaylee for Taylor Pendergraph and proceeded to make a video about Kaylee, saying that Kaylee had no reason or right to be publicly upset that Anna would leave her out of the blue for her ex like that, because they never officially dated, despite being together 5 months and Kaylee being under the vulnerable circumstances that I just mentioned. Now, Taylor and Kaylee have had their own problems in the past, been petty to each other, but this is not the time for it, or for anyone to send hate to Kaylee. Kaylee has been, I'm going to say it, groomed by Anna since she was 18. She's been on drugs during all of the physical abuse. You cannot judge someone for how their brain worked during that circumstance. So please, please, no one, including Taylor, please don't send Kaylee hate. She does not deserve it. Now, that being said, there are no perfect victims, and even though Taylor is far from perfect, there are still some things from her video that I noticed correlated with Anna and Kaylee's relationship that I wanted to highlight.
also where the sexual contact begins, aka sex tape. That is not okay. You would buy gifts and insist on paying all the time, and I felt bad not being your friend because you always were so nice. But you weren't. I just thought you were because you always insisted on buying everything for me and even everyone else you were with. So I just thought you were a giving person, and no wonder I always felt bad trying to cut you off. I would even tell you.
I think this tweet does lend to the theory that Anna buys her girlfriends things so it's hard for them to cut her off.
You notice how once I tell Anna that I can't be her friend for the sake of my own sanity, she runs to another ex to keep her sane? You're almost 30 and you rely on 20-year-olds to keep your grown ass sane, not caring at all that what you do to them is so hurtful and sick and disgusting and abusive and just careless.
She's really good with, she's like the best person that has ever been able to handle, like, do I say my mental health? I don't really know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm like really weird. I like cry a lot. My mental health isn't the best, and a lot of people can't understand it, and you do. You do, and you understand my freakouts, and you're just so good to me. Like so good to me.
My fellow.
And Anna's favorite thing to say was Tanner was a business and we were best friends and business partners. Like, I have to laugh.
All of this to me makes her relationship with Kaylee seem very not genuine. I couldn't find the clip of Taylor saying that she was terrified that Anna would tell her next girlfriends all her secrets, but that's exactly what happened. Anna told Kaylee all of her ex's secrets, and let me just say, that needs to stop. I feel like, I'm not going to say that's abuse. I don't know if it's a form of manipulation, but it really is bad and weird, and it shouldn't be happening. And also stop talking about your exes in every relationship you're in. Over the course of however many months Anna and Kaylee were dating, they painted a picture to their audience of basically the perfect couple. A couple who was super in love with each other, a couple who was super supportive of each other and their mental health, and behind the scenes, it was the complete opposite. You guys probably remember the night Anna and Kaylee both went to the psych ward, also the night that Anna said she got raped. This is the real reason that Kaylee went to the psych ward. This is what Kaylee means when she says Anna cheated on her. Anna, while Kaylee was in the psych ward, also tried to convince her audience it was Taylor's fault.
Kaylee's in the hospital because she's dealing with a bunch of her own shit, and now she's dealing with my shit. I brought Kaylee back in my life with confidence that we would be best friends again, and now she is being dragged in this fucking drama for what? Kaylee has done nothing. Kaylee has done absolutely nothing, and now she's stuck in a hospital with cuts all down her arm just like me because she's dragged into this fucking shit. Do you notice that nothing was going on until I went to Vegas and LA to see Kaylee? Everything was fine until I went to see Kaylee. Please think about.
It's very crazy that Anna could try to blame Taylor for Kaylee going to the psych ward, knowing the real reason why she went. Kaylee also told me that Anna lied about the details of her own rape.
The day after I was raped by a man, raped actually dick and vagina, she tells the internet that I raped her.
So basically, Kaylee told me that Anna told her in person that the dude couldn't get his equipment up, and so nothing went in. And I think it's just really ironic that she was coming at Taylor for telling lies about the details of a rape when she was doing the same thing. These DMs are from Kaylee as well, and they talk about the TikTok that Anna had made a while back, right after her and Kaylee broke up the first time. If you don't remember it, it was just a video of her getting taken away in an ambulance with like stupid, goofy music in the background, and people got mad at her for making light of things. But in this situation, what nobody knew was that one, Kaylee called the cops for Anna because Anna asked her to call the cops, and then subsequently filmed a video on it, which is really fishy. And Anna also got home from the psych ward way before she told anybody online or said anything online, which means that she had her fans the whole time worried about her, I guess on purpose, because she liked the sympathy. I don't know, but it was a lie. Now we get into this lie, where Anna, in that mess of a post about Kaylee, said that she was abusive because of the drugs in her system. I also saw somebody say that Anna liked a comment on TikTok that nobody has seen any proof that Anna hit her, and now you guys are about to see proof. So for everybody that wanted it, here it is. On January 4th, 2021, Anna and Kaylee went live together on Instagram, and they seemed fine and happy. This is the truth of what happened that day. What Kaylee told me about this photo is that Anna was kind of having an episode and punching herself in the face and like hurting herself, and when Kaylee tried to stop her, Anna hit her. All of the receipts I'm showing, I will be showing the dates, by the way, just so there's no doubt that things happened the way that I'm saying they happened. These pictures are reminiscent of the picture that Anna had taken of Natalia Taylor when they were doing drugs together, which is crazy because Anna claimed that she learned her lesson from that and then did it again to Kaylee. The next incident took place on January 7th, which was the day of the infamous live where people were saying that Anna was rude to Kaylee and people were concerned for Kaylee's well-being based on Anna's behavior.
Rude. Who am I being rude to? Babe, ow! Then I'll put more in it.
No, babe, we're getting off.
We don't need to get off right now.
What actually happened that day is worse than I would have ever thought, and I'm about to show you guys video clips of what happened, and the videos are actually disturbing, so if you get triggered easily, I would watch with caution. In between each video, I'm also putting a screenshot of the date of the video.
Kaylee, don't come out here for a minute.
Stop! Literally stop. What are you doing, dude? What are you talking about?
I just said, are we together? And you said, I don't know. That's what you said.
Right now, I don't know.
Okay, so that's no.
That's not no.
There's no I don't know if we're together or not. That doesn't exist. We either are and we're working on things, or we're not and we're working on things. Pick one.
Why are you talking to me?
Because I'm not going to sit with you and not know if we're together or not.
It's just like we just went through a lot. It's like, give me a second to think. That's not fair. You can't just throw things, scream, break everything, and then come in here and be like, okay, so are we together or not? We need to talk right now.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Maybe
not
I'm just
fair.
not built for a relationship.
That's just not fair to
You'll
me.
get better off with somebody like Backwood. Sabrina.
That's just not fair to me, dude.
Did you hear what I said?
What?
Maybe you'd be better off with somebody like Backwood or Sabrina.
Why are you bringing up Blackwood or Sabrina?
Because Sabrina's hot as fuck and I'm ugly as fuck, and you told me you never argued with Backwood, so
Yeah, I didn't argue with Blackwood.
maybe you should give her a call. Since she loved you so much.
Why are you saying that?
Because you're saying that you didn't get along with Backwood, who you claim to love, who didn't love you. She was never in love with you.
She did love me.
She lied to you and told you that she had a fucking boyfriend.
She did love me.
So everything was a lie. So
what are you talking about?
So when you told me before she never loved you and it was all a lie, it was a facade.
I tell you all the time that I go back and forth, but I know she loves me.
Okay.
I know she loves me.
But when you're mad, she doesn't love you?
Yeah, I get confused, and she even told me when we fought the other night, and I was texting her, and I told her, I was like, you never loved me, blah, 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 when we were fighting. She was like, that's what hurts me the most, is that you believe I never loved you. She goes, I know if it was just me and you, and he was never there, we would still be together.
She isn't gay, Kaylee. You wouldn't be together.
Okay, well, don't tell.
Compare me to back. Don't.
No, I didn't compare you to back. You just tried to tell me that my ex didn't love me.
She wasn't in love with you. If she was in love with you, she wouldn't have had to fucking fuck you with her boyfriend, and she wouldn't have fucking.
She's different.
It doesn't matter. She wouldn't have brought you into such a dangerous situation. Brought
Stop
you around
talking about Backwood.
No.
Stop talking about Backwood.
No, I'm not going to stop talking about Backwood. Because now when
I think Anna got so triggered in that live of people saying that she treated Kaylee bad because she knew that's exactly what she was doing. Anna was also painting a certain picture to me about Kaylee and her relationship, which is why I wasn't as concerned as maybe I would have been. And it does feel like I was a little bit manipulated, and it makes me feel kind of gross. There is unfortunately more. The next incident takes place on February 21st, where they did do a live that day that we saw a clip of earlier, where Anna was talking about how good Kaylee is with her mental health. Here, I'm about to show you a clip of her talking about how good she was doing.
And I'm not really taking my anxiety medicine anymore. I don't know if you guys could tell, I look a lot more like awake and aware. So I'm trying to lay off the anxiety medicine because sometimes it makes me a little, it just makes me a little, I don't know. It's Xanax. I mean, like I don't want to take it anymore. But on a positive side, I didn't take Xanax. So I'm improving. If you guys didn't know, I was kind of having a problem with Xanax, but I'm doing good. I'm doing really good, actually. You could probably tell.
Again, she painted a nice picture of herself doing so well and being so healthy, but this was the reality of what was happening behind the scenes.
What?
How did I let myself put my hands on you?
Now, the next clip I'm going to show is from the live of this day, of all the crap that we just saw. This is Anna talking about how she's an empath. Funny.
Somebody that you don't know at all, like me with the TikTok, and you actually take on their pain. Like, I saw a sad TikTok that had nothing to do with me, and I bawled my eyes out and had to leave the room, and it had nothing to do with me. Like, I picked up that stranger's emotion as my own. That's what an empath is. It's not being highly sensitive. You could be highly sensitive. Like, that's not an empath. Like, an empath is when... It's when you... Like, I can't explain it. I can't even watch the news. You see me, I can't look at news articles on Twitter. Anything. Like... I pick up things as my own. It's the weirdest thing in the world, and I'll cry, and I'll get to...
Too bad Anna's supposed empathy was never extended to Kaylee, because only 4 days after that video of her crying, saying, "I can't believe I put my hands on you," she did the exact same thing again. And the story Kaylee told me about this was Anna was having like a meltdown or freak out, similar to the one picture I showed where Kaylee hurt her hand. Kaylee went over to comfort Anna because obviously she loves her, and Anna flipped her over, like literally picked her up and flipped her over onto the ground, and that's how she got those bruises. That's all I have for the receipts of physical abuse, and now I'm going to be showing receipts of some mental abuse. I'm not going to be doing voiceovers for these because honestly, I think they speak for themselves. This is a screenshot of a conversation Anna was having with Kaylee's best friend while Kaylee was in Vegas, and this is Anna saying that it's Kaylee's fault that Anna wants to kill herself. These messages are very recent that Anna sent to Kaylee. So manipulative. Why do you want me in pain? Like what? She's coming out about physical abuse. I don't want to make a video. Make a video, Anna. I want to see what you try to say. I really, really do. This horrendous TikTok of her crying, trying to get sympathy is still up. And I hope after what you guys have seen, this is laughable to you because it is to me. She's ignoring comments because this time there is actual proof of the stuff she's doing, and she doesn't know how to defend herself and she knows that she's in the wrong. Anna keeps asking Kaylee how she can take accountability, when clearly all Kaylee has been saying that she wants is an apology from the person she was in love with, for the person she almost killed herself for and drained herself for. Like, that's really too much to ask. Anna's audience is actually pretty young, a lot of them, and all of her most recent stuff has been really cringy, weird jokes about addiction and drugs. And I think it's pretty clear that she's not in the right mental space to be online right now if drugs is literally all she can think of and talk about. And then there's all the stuff that she's been saying about BPD, which, by the way, this girl does not have. She's never been diagnosed with it. And now that I know everything I know about her, it's for a reason. Because she doesn't have BPD. It's just very easy to use as an excuse for her to do shitty things because it has a reputation for being uncontrollable. Anna also tried to blame her domestic abuse on her addiction to Xanax, which I have receipts to show that that's not how addiction works. Addiction doesn't make you hit somebody. It is linked to domestic abuse, and part of that is because people who struggle with addiction struggle regulating their emotions and their impulses, which Anna does, and that's clear to see. This is also the top 10 list of drugs that will make you violent, and Xanax is not on them. Since not all abusers are addicts and not all addicts are abusers, it is hard to say just how strong that correlation is, but it's pretty much widely accepted that if you already have that impulse to abuse somebody, taking drugs like that will bring it out of you. And this is the same discussion we had about her BPD. She keeps blaming her behaviors on this stuff, which is just she's trying to make herself feel better. She's literally enabling herself. She's also being enabled by her supporters on social media platforms. What I'm showing now is TikTok, and I don't know if people just don't know the severity of what has come out about her or whether they're ignoring it, but I hope this video opens some eyes because Anna Campbell doesn't deserve to have a platform. She doesn't deserve to have supporters, at least for a very long time, like when she's left the internet for a bit and actually focused on getting her mental health together and has taken accountability for all that I just showed. Because it's not something that you can just ignore and go on making TikToks like nothing is wrong. Anna has been showing abusive patterns in her relationships for years, and it's gotten worse and worse and worse to the point where now she's physically hurt somebody. It can't go ignored anymore. And Kaylee even told me that Anna told her that Anna knows she'd do this again to somebody else, that she'd do drugs with another girl and have terrible mental health with another girl. She didn't say this, but probably another young girl from what we've seen of her dating life. And that's not okay. This can't repeat. This is going to be the last time. And this is my contribution to making sure it's hopefully the last time. But this is going to be my last video for real. I inserted myself into this situation kind of. personally talking to Anna and making videos about her in the first place, you know. So I felt like I needed to come back and say something and basically close out the situation, give Kaylee justice, because this is really about all the other victims too, but this video focuses on Kaylee and her trauma, and I hope you guys go give her support and love, because what she went through was just not okay, and it really broke my heart to see everything that we've seen. But I hope you guys have a relaxing day after all of the heavy stuff that we've talked about. Bye.